Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Dak Prescott stats: how Cowboys QB turned around 2023 season to enter NFL MVP race. The Cowboys entered the 2023 NFL season with major questions about exactly how their offense would look. The team was bringing back most of its key players on that side of the ball. Tight end Dalton Schultz was the lone exception, so ordinarily many would have expected them to progress. However, the Cowboys had parted ways with offensive coordinator Kellen Moore during the offseason, with Mike McCarthy wanting to change up the type of offensive system the team was running. Many wondered whether the loss of Moore, who was considered an up-and-comer in the coaching ranks, would prove devastating to Dallas. At first, it looked like it might be. Dak Prescott and company struggled out of the gate under the tutelage of McCarthy and new offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer. They were still winning, but it was more thanks to the team's stellar defense than the effort of a seemingly clunky offense. But in the sixth week of the season, things finally started to click. Prescott and CeeDee Lamb started to sync up more often as the quarterback gained a grasp of the offense and became more comfortable getting the ball where it needed to go. Since then, Dallas' offense has taken off. And now it appears that the Cowboys are going to be a tough team to beat during the 2023 postseason. Meanwhile, Prescott appears poised to make a run at MVP if he can continue playing at a high level. But how did he get to this point? Here's what to know about his season so far as he prepares for a Thanksgiving Day clash with the Commanders, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS. Prescott endured his share of issues as a passer during Dallas' first 5 games. While he was able to complete a high percentage of his passes, he simply wasn't generating as many points as fans were accustomed to seeing. The reason for that? The Cowboys endured some serious red zone struggles early in the season. That played a big part in their massive upset loss to the Cardinals and their blowout defeat against the 49ers. So, because of that, Prescott's numbers as a whole were skimpy, as he was on a pace for just 17 touchdowns and 14 interceptions through 5 games. Below is a look at his stat line from those contests. Granted, the Cowboys built a big lead thanks to strong defensive performances in a couple of those games. That's part of the reason that Prescott didn't have to throw all too much during those contests. Still, fans were left wondering whether Prescott would flip a switch and prove to be more effective, or if his high-end potential would be limited by the Schottenheimer offense. Prescott's first signs of a breakout came in the team's Week 6 game against the Chargers. He posted a season-high 272 passing yards and showcased a better connection with CeeDee Lamb as he moved the ball downfield consistently. Prescott also logged just his second multi-touchdown game of the year, throwing for 1 and running 1 in. After Dallas' Week 7 bye, Prescott really took off. He averaged 4 touchdowns per game over the team's next 3 games and turned Lamb into one of the best downfield weapons in the NFL. It's easy to understand why that happened. Dallas Cowboys breaking: Shaq Leonard signing interest expected as All-Pro clears waivers. As 3-time All-Pro Shaq Leonard contemplates his NFL future, one we would suggest might be worth exploring with the Dallas Cowboys. He is taking a moment to reflect on a recent past he terms shocking. "That's what I'm most hurt about," said Leonard, unceremoniously cut by the Indianapolis Colts on Tuesday. "I feel like I left my teammates out to dry, being a leader in that locker room." Leonard, well known as Darius Leonard but now going by his middle name as well as his high-energy nickname of the Maniac, has been one of the league's best linebackers since entering the NFL as a second-round pick of the Colts in 2018. "We predicted he would clear waivers, that's come true. We also hinted Dallas would be interested. According to multiple reports, our information there is true as well." Indy had recently lessened his playing time, maybe in part as a reflection of some level of decline in the 28-year-old's play. Still, one of the reasons he is terming the move as shocking is because he thought he was being called into the front office on Tuesday to discuss his role, only to find out that Indianapolis has decided he has no role. "The biggest surprise ever," he called it. Leonard has been top-notch on the field and off for his 6 seasons in Indy, and now is subject to NFL waivers. If a team was to claim him, the order, like the NFL draft, goes worst teams first. That's his new employer. Due to his salary, he essentially would be paid a steep $1 million weekly should a team claim him and therefore have to pick up a chunk of his huge $98 million contract. "We knew he would pass through waivers, and thus be able to pick his own team. And as we write above, we see 4 reasons why the Cowboys should explore the wisdom of being that landing spot. As a rookie in 2018, Shaq Leonard led the NFL in tackles, winning Defensive Rookie of the Year and first-team All-Pro honors. Over the next 3 seasons, he did much the same each year and earned Pro Bowl and All-Pro honors in all of those seasons. He's now largely a run-stopper and a veteran presence, and his time on the unemployment line won't last long. But first, he'll need some time for the shock to wear off. And he should prep for a phone call from a Frisco area code. Cowboys get good news on chances to land 3-time Pro Bowler. The Dallas Cowboys rumors are heating up, linking the franchise to recently released star linebacker Shaquille Leonard. One of the biggest potential roadblocks to the Cowboys landing Leonard was his hefty 5-year, $98.5 million contract. If Dallas claimed Leonard, the team would have been on the hook for the remainder of the deal the 3-time Pro Bowler signed with the Colts. Not only did the Cowboys pass on claiming Leonard, so did the entire NFL. This is good news for Dallas, who now has the ability to sign Leonard, if there is a mutual interest, to a new deal with its own terms. ESPN's Ed Werder reports the Cowboys do have an interest in signing Leonard but will not be the only team in pursuit of the veteran. "I've been told the Cowboys have interest in Shaq Leonard," Werder tweeted on November 22, 2023. But other playoff contending teams likely to pursue the linebacker as well. The Cowboys' run defense remains a vulnerability, one magnified with loss of Leighton Vander Esch to a season-ending injury. It looks like the Cowboys will have familiar company in their pursuit of Leonard. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Eagles and Cowboys are among the top potential contenders for the star. Colts 3-time All-Pro LB Shaquille Leonard cleared waivers today, per source, Schefter detailed with a November 22 tweet. He is now a free agent. Teams expected to have some level of interest include the Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys. The addition of Leonard makes a lot of sense for Dallas, who just lost Leighton Vander Esch for the season. The defender may not still be playing at a Pro Bowl level but could be a valuable addition for the Cowboys' defense. Without getting into the on-field stuff, I do think Shaquille Leonard would make a big positive impact from a mentorship/leadership POV for Damone Clark and Marquise Bell, Pro Football Focus John Owning tweeted. Leonard might be the perfect mentor for undersized LBs in today's NFL. Prior to his release, Leonard had 65 tackles in 9 starts for the Colts this season. Leonard is 2 seasons removed from posting 122 tackles, 8 forced fumbles, 8 pass deflections, 4 interceptions, and 3 fumble recoveries in 16 starts during the 2021 season. This campaign earned Leonard both All-Pro and Pro Bowl nominations. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reports Leonard could take a few days to make a decision. Colts LB Shaq Leonard has cleared waivers and is officially a free agent, source said, Rappaport tweeted on November 22. Indy picks up the $6.1 million he has left on his contract, and the former All-Pro can sign anywhere. He may take a few days to make a decision. Ultimately, it will be interesting to see how aggressive the Cowboys will be in their pursuit of Leonard. After passing on making a deal at the trade deadline, Dallas gets another opportunity to land a marquee player. And you fan, what do you think of the Shaquille Leonard situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.